Great. In order to do this, we need a new property to in the object. So we need to know if I've liked it already. Therefore, let's go back to our model. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create a custom attribute like we did before and append it to the model in order to use it. So let's create a public function, the getLikedAttribute. attribute. And now we need to make a small query in order to get it. So let's first get our user ID. So let's say user ID is equal to the current auth user ID. And now let's see if let's grab it into a variable for now. So let's say this.favorites and let's grab first. Okay, we scope it into a function. The key and the value in here. Great. And now we just need to return if the value user ID is equal to the user ID that we created. In order to make it work, we need also to pass in the user ID in here. So here the user has liked it. Basically what we would need is just to return like as a boolean. And we need to make sure just for future uses that if we don't have user ID, this will be null. So let's just in case make sure that we early return if user ID is not there. So we just return false if there's no user ID. Otherwise, we look into the favorites, grab the first result. If there is one, then we return it. Let's see. We need also to append this to our output. So let's say appends equals an array and liked. So we are just using the name that we gave that property liked without the get and attribute. So it's just liked. But the method needs to be getLikedAttribute. Let's see if this works. We just go in here, reload, and at least here we see liked false, and liked false. Okay, at least this works. We don't have any likes. Let's see if it works now. If I like it, okay. Attempt to return a property ID user ID on int. Okay, let's see what was wrong. Ah, yeah, I see it. Actually, we passed in the key and the value. This should be just, let's say, value, because we are checking for the value user ID. But actually, we could just say favorite user ID. Okay, now it should work. Let's go and test it. Just reload, and there we go. So actually, let's test it with the one below it. Click, and there's our favorite. Let's see. Okay, my Vue dev tools don't work again. Let's open it, and let's see. Favorite count 1 and liked true. Here as well, and here it says false and count 0. That is awesome. So now what we need to do is actually go back to our Vue component, quak Vue component here, So if we have liked it, so now we know if we have liked it. So if, let's say quak dot liked, if it's liked by me, then do something else favorite. So what should we do in here? We should just remove it. And here we have our quak. Actually, this should be props.quak.like. Okay, and let's just console log out. Okay, we have liked it. Let's unlike it. So actually we should trigger that console log now. And there we go. There we go. And here not. Perfect. So how do we unlike it? Very similar. I mean, at the end, what we need to do is just call the delete. And not with the form. We already did this, right? When we were deleting our quak. So let's see. Here's our form. No, sorry, it's not what I wanted to show you. Here we have this button where we were deleting, right? We were calling the quak destroy and a method delete. So we need to do exactly the same. But in this case, what we need to do is do it programmatically. So from the documentation of Inertia, if we, let's just navigate to that and let's see inertia.js. Let's go to the docs. And here we have the manual visits. So here we know in Vue 3, we need to import Inertia in order to use this. So basically what we need to do is delete to certain URL with options if we need to. So let's test this out. Let's go back to our code. I'm just gonna copy this. Okay, do we have inertia in there? Yeah. Probably there is already an inertia object in here. How was it called? Delete. So no, we cannot import it. So let's see if we can do it like this. So you can see that here also you have the visit method. So you can just actually visit that or post, get, delete or whatever, right? So in our case, what we need to look for is delete method. There it is. Okay. Let's just grab this. And now what we need to do in here is just inertia delete. Of course, not the user. What we need in here is the road. To favorites dot delete. And we need to pass in as a param the ID of the quak. So .id, props quak.id. Actually, this should just do the call. Let's try it. Probably it's gonna fail because we didn't enable that road, but let's see. I'm just gonna hard reload, click. Yeah, of course it fails because it says favorite delete is not in the road list, but at least it did the correct behavior, right? So let's add it to our roads. Let's just go to web.php road file. And here we just need to say, okay, yeah, it's destroy. It's not delete, sorry. Okay. And probably we also need to change it in our quak.vue file. Yeah, destroy. Let's see. Let's reload. Delete is not in the road list. Okay, did I not change it? Okay, this was the wrong one. Here, destroy. Let's reload again and try it again. Yep, it worked. We've liked it. Let's unlike it. Okay, we can remove that comment, and we see that we call here actually a delete request to favorites number 12. So, okay. Actually, I'm just thinking that this one is the ID of the quak. So let's see how we can implement it. Because, and let me tell you why. If we go to our controller, favorite controller, here, what we are expecting actually, so this favorite, in order to load this favorite, it needs to be the favorite ID, and we are just, what we are passing is the quak ID. So how can we do that? We could actually, let's see how we could do it. We could actually in our quak, instead of returning a boolean in here, we could just return the like ID. That would be easy. So if we would just say, okay, instead of returning a boolean, let's say we return like ID. What we can do now is here also we need to check that we have a like. Otherwise, just return false, for example. So now we are returning the ID of the like, of the favorite. Let's see, still works. And now our liked is whether false. Oh, it should not be false, by the way. Why is it false? Oh, yeah, if we don't have a like, sorry. Let's reload again. And like number 12, like number 11, and like number 10. Okay, let's test this. Yeah, it works. It's not found because it does not exist. But let's see. Okay. Actually, we are returning the like. So now in our quak view file, instead of sending the props quak ID, what we need to send is the props quak liked. So this is actually the ID of the like, of the favorite. We can get rid of this one. And that's why it was returning actually 404, because it was looking for this what we sent here before was the post ID, so the quak ID, and it was looking for a favorite with that ID, and that did not exist in the database. So let's see now. If we click, yeah, no error. So we sent that ID, favorites number 12, and here what we sent is number 11 and number 10. Actually, if we go back to our code now and back to our favorite controller, okay, here we should actually see, we could actually just favorite, dump and die that favorite and see it in screen. So favorite with an ID of attributes are here with an ID of 12. By user 3, the quak number, quak ID 4. Okay. that easy. I mean, it's that easy. I mean, at the end, now we just need to delete it and we can just return redirect to the route timeline. Let's test it again. Yep. That's great. We still need to make a small change and implement a small feature. So, what is the small change that we need to implement? When we created our button, what we told the icon is to be red in case it has more favorites than 0. That's not what we want at the end, right? What we want is only if we liked it. So if like is different, let's say, we can make it very explicit, so it's different than false. So that means that at the end here we will have an ID. So in that case, it's red. And this can be just if like it's equal false. Okay, let's see it. Behavior should not change right now. Yep, it works. And let's also put next to it, let's say we will also create a span in here with the count of the likes. If you remember, we were also sending the favorite count. So we can just grab this and here say the quak.favorite count. Let's put it inside the arrows. Okay, and there we go. 1, 0, 1, 0. Oh, that is awesome. Let's say that the text should be XS and text gray 400, for example. Let's see how that looks like. Yeah, that looks awesome. Perfect. Let's test it with another user. So let's like it like this. And now let's log out and log in with our other user. Okay. Not found. That's great. Why is login not found? Okay, because it's trying to redirect us to the dashboard. So let's fix that very quick. So in order to fix this, we are just gonna make a search for dashboard, and we can see that we have some occurrences here. So this one is not important. The first and the third one are not important. Let's go first to our road service provider and change this for timeline. That's how we changed it. And the authenticator layout, so the navigation links, when I click timeline is there. And this should also be timeline, by the way, otherwise it's not showing the active class. And what else? The authenticator layout, probably is the same error. Okay, basically it was in our road service provider. Here it's redirecting, this is the home path, so it's redirecting me here once I am logged in. Let's see. Just reload, go to dashboard. Yeah, now it works. Let's log out and try it again. Log in, log in. Yep, it works. Great. You see, now I see the counts, but it's not red because it's not my favorite. So now if I favorite it, it's red. This is awesome. This is really awesome. Perfect. So let's try to log in with the test user. Okay, the credentials do not match. It was secret 1234. Log in. Yeah. There we go. Let's save it for next time. And yeah, there it is. Great. Great new feature that we implemented. See you next video. Thank you. You're welcome.